So by combining multiple elements, you can create something like this. What's up, and today we're going to create a guitar dancehall beat which is inspired by Drake, Tory Lanez and Swae Lee. So let's get started. So first I've adjusted the tempo to 103 and now I'm going to pick some keys from Contact. So let's use the Mark 1 and then Dinner 4-2. And first I'm going to adjust the key to G minor. So I'm going to select View, Scale Length and select G. But first I'm going to start off with a simple chord. So I'm just going to select this G. The next note which you can use isn't this A. I'm going to use this A sharp and then this D. Let's copy this one to F and I'm adjusting this one to A in the scale. Let's use this one again. And then I want to use this D sharp. Turn this one up once again. This one again. And we're using exactly the same chord as this one. Alright, I'm going to move around the position of the chords to make it a little bit more interesting. So adjust this one. And we're doing exactly the same thing right here as right here. So I've adjusted the velocity of the notes manually and right now it sounds like this. So these two chords are a little bit softer than the first and the second one. So right now we're going to drag in some random elements. So first I'm going to drag in, so I'm going to use Analog Lab 5. So let's use this Delays Long preset. I'm going to start off at this G and create something like an ARP. A little bit shorter. And then just let's use another layer from Omnisphere. So select all. So I found this preset from a Drumroll library. So I'm going to start off with this G and D again. Then do exactly the same thing. And for example, a C and a D again. So it sounds like this. Open the effects. Let's add this Pro Reverb. And right now I'm going to add a guitar layer on top of this one. So I'm going to select Contact, Ilya Efimov, and let's use the guitar and G. I'm going to start off building the guitar melody from also this G, C, D, and C. Maybe use this one. Copy this exact same melody, which I've just made up from scratch. So I mean just another layer, and now we're gonna add another layer. So I'm gonna use Contact again. Maybe to keep it a little bit more interesting when creating the arrangement, I'm gonna add some horns. So I'm gonna use these session horns, single articulated. Then I'm gonna select the articulation. Let's select this Tragatissimo, something like that. And to keep the melody more interesting, I'm gonna select some 1/3 notes. So I'm gonna select the magnet, 1/3 step. And for example, let's use this A. So I've played around the volume of the notes and it sounds like this. Alright, now we're going to add a bassline. So I'm going to use Serum and I'm using the presets from my new Serum Bassline presets pack. So Serum Bass preset 3. So right now I'm just following the root notes from the chord progression. maybe just let's add one extra layer. So I'm gonna use Omnisphere again and search for a flute which will add some ambience in the background. So I'm using another preset from a Drumroll bank. Turn down the volume a little bit. Creating something very similar as I did right here. And then just follow the chord progression to, for example, this C. And now I'm going to start building the drum loop. So I'm going to select my producer kit, the Afrobeats producer kit. Make sure to check it out, the link is in the description. I'm going to select some original, which I've made myself, rim shots. For example, we're going to layer 3 rim shots. Let's use this one, and this one. So right now, try in the rhythm. So I'm gonna delay this one a little bit. So I'm gonna select this one, Ctrl C, paste it into this one. Gives it a little bit more power and do exactly the same thing again. And now I'm gonna add a kick. I want to use a very present kick because we're using a lot of instruments and this one really has to stand out. So I'm gonna use this one. Do something different right here. So this is the final kick pattern, and right now I'm gonna add another element. So let's add a snare to add some percussive sounds to fill up the drum loop. Let's use this one. This kind of a roll is a great addition. And of course, I'm just dragging this in. I'm gonna add a shaker loop. Shakers. Let's use this one, which is one of my favorite shaker loops. Select song. Then just add around 20% of swing. And now it blends perfect together with all the other drums. So I'm going to disable some of the elements to really focus on the drum loop. So right now just add another snare alternative just to create something original. Let's add this one to the rim shots we've already added to give it some more mid-frequency body, and just duplicate the exact same rhythm into this one. Exactly what I was looking for. I now want to give the drum loop just an extra swing. So I'm gonna select some percussive sounds, jam block. Let's use this one. So I've added this kind of rhythm. I now want to add some more high frequencies to this drum loop. So I'm gonna add a hi-hat. So I'm gonna select heads. Let's use this one. And in this case, I'm gonna use some 1/3 patterns. So I'm gonna select the magnet and select 1/3 step again. It's something like this. And add a kind of roll right here. So this is the final head pattern, a crazy one. In this case, maybe add some more high frequency. So I'm going to select an open head and layer it with the head. And of course, we're going to add that typical impact. So effects, impacts. Let's use this one. And right now I want to add a drum roll. So I'm going to use a plugin which is called the FPC. And I'm going to select the preset. And this one is called the HQ Jazz Kit. Select this one. And right now I'm going to create a drum roll from scratch. So this took me a long of time. So I've created this one. Just draw in some random elements and then play around with the velocity so it blends perfect together. So it sounds like this. So that's it when it comes to creating all the layers, and now I'm going to create an arrangement and guide you through the final beat. So this is the final beat. I've added some more animation, some reverb and some EQ to some of the elements, and that's it. So I hope you enjoy the final beat. First, just a Mark 1 is playing. Guitar is coming in. Flute, saw bass and Plucks coming in. Dream piano coming in again. The drum roll is pretty fire. Atmospheric guitar. Horns coming in. So that's it when it comes to this beat, and we're now gonna wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.